फेसवास अब यसको साइन्स चाहिँ के हो
हाम्रो अनुहार यो फूल जस्तै हुन्छ साबुनले अनुहारलाई असर गर्न सक्छ जसले गर्दा पिम्पल आइरहन सक्छ हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ नीम फेसवास सोप फ्री हो जसले पिम्पल आइरहन दिँदैन
यो क्लिनिकली प्रुभन यसमा छ नीम र बेसारको एन्टिब्याक्टेरियल गुण यसले पिम्पल हटाउँछ र स्किनलाई बनाउँछ हेल्दी
दिदी
मान्यो त दिल्लै
साइन्सलाई
पिम्पलको लागि साबुन हैन साइन्सलाई मान्यो हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ नीम फेस वाश
साथीभाइसित खाजा सेयर गरेको माया बढ्छ भने पैसा तिर्ने बेलामा त सबैले हाल्न परिगयो नि तर पैसा तिर्न नोटको झन्झट किन गर्ने जब ई सेवा गर्न मिलिहाल्छ ई सेवा एपमा लगइन गरी सेन्ड मनीमा क्लिक गर्नुहोस् रिसिभरको ई सेवा आइडी अमाउन्ट पर्पस र रिमार्क्स राखेर सजिलै पैसा पठाउनुहोस् त्यसैले नगदको झन्झट नगरौ बरु ई सेवा गरौँ
अब यसको साइन्स चाहिँ के हो
हाम्रो अनुहार यो फूल जस्तै हुन्छ साबुनले अनुहारलाई असर गर्न सक्छ जसले गर्दा पिम्पल आइरहन सक्छ हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ नीम फेसवास सोप फ्री हो जसले पिम्पल आइरहन दिँदैन
अनि फुच्चु यो क्लिनिकली प्रुभन हो यसमा छ नीम र बेसारको एन्टिब्याक्टेरियल गुण यसले पिम्पल हटाउँछ र स्किनलाई बनाउँछ हेल्दी
दिदी
मान्यो त दिल्लै
साइन्सलाई
पिम्पलको लागि साबुन हैन साइन्सलाई मान्यो हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ नीम फेस वाश
दामोदर ओ मिस्टर दामोदर गाह्रो कामलाई सजिलो बनाउने जुत्ती लाउने दिमाग नि चलाउने साह्रै स्मार्ट छन् हाम्रो ह्यान्डसम सर ओ मिस्टर दामोदर घन्टी बज्यो मोबाइल छ हातैमा तलब आयो ई सेवा खातैमा ई सेवामै घर भाडा
तपाई पनि मिस्टर दामोदर जस्तै दिमाग चलाउनुहोस् सम्पूर्ण आर्थिक कारोबार अनलाइनबाटै गर्न आजै ई सेवा एप डाउनलोड गर्नुहोस्
दिदी यो पिम्पलको साइन्स के हो एकचोटि आयो भने आक्वाई गर्छ
ओहो फर्स्ट पिम्पल अनि त्यसमाथि साबुन त्यसभए त आक्वाई गर्छ
त्यो त म मान्दिन साबुन नभए कि त
यो छ नि
हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ नीम फेसवास अब यसको साइन्स चाहिँ के हो
हाम्रो अनुहार यो फूल जस्तै हुन्छ साबुनले अनुहारलाई असर गर्न सक्छ जसले गर्दा पिम्पल आइरहन सक्छ हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ नीम फेसवास सोप फ्री हो जसले पिम्पल आइरहन दिँदैन
यो क्लिनिकली प्रुभन यसमा छ नीम र बेसारको एन्टिब्याक्टेरियल गुण यसले पिम्पल हटाउँछ र स्किनलाई बनाउँछ हेल्दी
दिदी
मान्यो त दिल्लै
साइन्सलाई
पिम्पलको लागि साबुन हैन साइन्सलाई मान्यो हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ नीम फेस वाश
साथीभाइसित खाजा सेयर गरेको माया बढ्छ भने पैसा तिर्ने बेलामा त सबैले हाल्न परिगयो नि तर पैसा तिर्न नोटको झन्झट किन गर्ने जब ई सेवा गर्न मिलिहाल्छ ई सेवा एपमा लगइन गरी सेन्ड मनीमा क्लिक गर्नुहोस् रिसिभरको ई सेवा आइडी अमाउन्ट पर्पस र रिमार्क्स राखेर सजिलै पैसा पठाउनुहोस् त्यसैले नगदको झन्झट नगरौ बरु ई सेवा गरौँ
अब यसको
Welcome back to the fourth T20 international of this bilateral series between Nepal women's team versus Malaysia women's team. We've already seen Nepalese batting first, winning the toss. They scored 96 runs by losing 5 wickets. Malaysia are in the center to bat to chase those runs. It's going to be an interesting battle because this is a match decider between these two teams because Nepal already won 2 matches and Malaysia won 1 match so far in the series, which is a 5-match T20 international women's bilateral series. Welcome back, Dinesh, to the commentary box.
Well, good afternoon, Vijay, and let's take some key moments in these previous innings we saw. So we witnessed that Malaysia had a really good lineup, good bowling attack against Nepal, where they put them under pressure with 33 for half the side loss. And then after the drinks break, it was a totally different story. It was a complete control and boss the batting from Nepal. And opening over, what a start that was. That went like a flash. Could see a hint of movement as well. And with knowing that this is the decider, leakage of runs, missed opportunities shouldn't be tolerated from now on.
Kavita Kunwar is opening the bowling attack for Nepal. She has already picked up 1 wicket by conceding 4 runs in 2 overs in the first match. The second match, she also contributed quite well. She took a wicket and also conceded 9 runs in 3 overs. Her economy rate was on par. She's bowling her second ball of this match. There's a single stolen there. Excellent batting from Winifred. So talking about Kavita Kunwar's third match bowling performance, where she bowled 3 overs and picked up 1 wicket by conceding 7 runs. She's one of the key strike bowlers for Nepal. During this power play, if she can able to pick up a wicket for Nepal, it would be quite interesting to see how they're going to attack with the rest of the bowlers, because as far as I know, Nepal is quite relying on Kavita Kunwar for the first couple of wickets.
Well, you can see that Winifred has caught a single, and she's been the talisman of this match as well, getting the wickets, and she had opened the scoreline of Malaysia women team as well, and she was the key reason why they had Nepal 5 down. They did a stroke of halfway line, and now she could be the main reason why she could lead to a really important innings against Nepal.
Talking about 2 openers here, Juan Julia scored 13 important runs in the first match and also contributed some runs in the second match as well. She was a very huge contributor for Malaysia.
And she skied it up, and this should be a wicket, yes. Completely spooned her, and Juan Julia goes for not scoring. An immediate breakthrough, and this could really break the hearts of Malaysia here, who wanted a good start, but then she couldn't connect it well. Got spooned and squared up by Kavita Kunwar, and she got the first breakthrough. 1 for 1.
पिम्पलको साइन्स के हो? एकचोटि आयो भने आक्वाई गर्छ?
ओहो, फर्स्ट पिम्पल अनि त्यसमाथि साबुन, त्यसभए त आक्वाई गर्छ।
त्यो त म मान्दिन। साबुन नभए के त?
यो छ नि
हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ निम फेस वास। अब यसको साइन्स चाहिँ के हो?
हाम्रो अनुहार यो फुल जस्तै हुन्छ। साबुनले अनुहारलाई असर गर्न सक्छ, जसले गर्दा पिम्पल आइरहन सक्छ। हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ निम फेस वास सो फ्री हो, जसले पिम्पल आइरहन दिँदैन।
यो क्लिनिकली प्रुभन हो। यसमा छ निम र बेसारको एन्टिब्याक्टेरियल गुण। यसले पिम्पल हटाउँछ र स्किनलाई बनाउँछ हेल्दी।
दिदी
मान्यो त दिदीलाई?
साइन्सलाई।
पिम्पलको लागि साबुन हैन, साइन्सलाई मान्यो। हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ निम फेस वाश।
For Nepal, and I'm sure that Nepal will be expecting next couple of wickets in the power play. Next batter is in Mas Elisa, the skipper. She has a huge responsibility on the shoulder. She has to stand there and score runs for Malaysia, because the target is 95 runs still to be scored. She has an excellent batting partner as well, Winifred Duresingham.
Really good lines and slip of the hands of the wicketkeeper, and a boundary that we wouldn't expect at all without extra. Well, she had to watch her line there, but that will be the first boundary without making contact with the bat at all. So these are free runs for Malaysia, and they would be pleased to look at it for. Well, Kavita Kunwar, who was bowled very well in the previous delivery, who resulted a wicket here, has given a wide and 4 runs. And this means a lot for the Malaysian side, who could proceed this innings well.
Kavita Kunwar, after bowling 4 overs, she just conceded 1 run. All of a sudden, 5 runs onto the board. Extras are a bit concerning from Nepal as well. But previous match, they have just conceded 2 runs in the form of extras.
And drives it nicely, drives through the gap. Middle the bat nicely, and just inches away from touching the ropes. What an effort that was, and that could be coupled there. And look at that, Begum and Rana together help themselves to get the runs. Well, it's 3 runs, and this is turning out to be a big over despite the wicket of one Julia. And Kabita Kumbar accessing the pace, which has been a really, really welcoming start for both Winifred as well as Masalisa, the skipper. Again, just trying to guide it, not trying to muscle this one as well. So the first over comes to an end. It's evenly poised as we witness a wicket and couple of runs being scored. And you can see the cheer in the dugout of Malaysia.
दामोदर ओ मिस्टर दामोदर गाह्रो कामलाई सजिलो बनाउने जुत्ती लाउने दिमाग नि चलाउने साह्रै स्मार्ट छन् हाम्रो ह्यान्डसम सर ओ मिस्टर दामोदर घन्टी बज्यो मोबाइल छ हातैमा तलब आयो ई सेवा खातैमा ई सेवामै घर भाडा
तपाई पनि मिस्टर दामोदर जस्तै दिमाग चलाउनुहोस् सम्पूर्ण आर्थिक कारोबार अनलाइनबाटै गर्न आजै ई सेवा एप डाउनलोड गर्नुहोस्
If they can able to do this, Nepal will be bringing the left-arm pacer, Ishwari Bist, into the attack. We have seen Ishwari Bist was quite effective indeed in the previous match because of the angle which she was producing. She bowls onto the off stump to the right-hand batter, which will be very difficult for right-hand batter to play that, because what if a right-hand batter gets an outside edge, which can go to the wicket keeper or slip. But I'm surprised to see slip is not there. Perhaps slip is there. It could have been an attacking field for Nepal.
Well, she's played across. Well, knowing that there's no slips, I think there is plenty of gaps to be accessed by the captain. Well, she needs to be having a good presence of mind where to play and where not to play. Because if you have a left-hander coming across, there are plenty of variations to be bowled, which could really trouble the batter.
I'm sure that if Masalisa can go with the soft handle shots, that could have given more runs.
And she's flicked it behind, and looks like there should be a couple runs. And yes, easy double being taken there. Really good running in between wickets. You can see the charge in the middle, good expression, and you can see the elevation in both the batters. They would want to get the doubles. That's what you want from your opening players. Just get the runs, get the doubles, get the singles going forward. Well, bye is given by the umpire as well.
Masalisa will be on strike. It would be interesting battle to see without any slip. Masalisa is a very good soft handle batter where she can be able to flip the bat and score runs. There's one more wide here. It seems to be an expensive one for Nepal, but they're giving away the extras. Unlike the previous match, where they just conceded 2 runs extras. Now they are giving away the extras in form of wides, both right-hand bowler and left-arm bowler. This would be really concerning for Rubina Shetri, because already 12 runs in 1.2 overs, but the asking run rate is getting reduced.
Well, that's what you don't want in your early overs, the asking rate to be reduced. You want it to be escalating. So the pressure will be exerted more on the batting side. But at the moment, you can see that they're playing very patient, Malaysia. They're not trying to overdo anything, just looking at where to play and how to tackle this field. And it's a loose delivery, could have been put away nicely with style. But then, that's not much going forward there for the skipper.
Talking about Malaysia's batting capability, where in previous match when they were scoring, when they were chasing the total of 110 runs, Malaysia batters scored 83 runs by losing 4 wickets in 20 overs, which means that they can stand there. They can play some batting there with singles and doubles. But at times it's not good enough. Good single scored by Masalisa by cutting the ball into the point region.
Well, Vijay, I would like to throw a question to you. In this stage of the game, what do you think is more important as a batter? How do you see the game moving forward, with partnerships or just playing with the boundaries?
As far as the power play is concerned, if there is no any wicket losage for Malaysia, that would be a huge edge. And I would give bit of advantage to the Malaysian batters if they can able to even score singles, and if they can able to score loose deliveries for the boundaries. That's the good thing. But they can't afford loose wickets here because wickets are key. Like I said, already we have seen Malaysian batters are capable. They can stand for long. But how do they rotate the strike? And how can they score the boundaries which are
अब
important?
यसको साइन्स चाहिँ अब यसको साइन्स चाहिँ के हो
हाम्रो अनुहार यो फुल जस्तै हुन्छ। साबुनले अनुहारलाई असर गर्न सक्छ, जसले गर्दा पिम्पल आइरहन सक्छ। हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ निम फेस वास सो फ्री हो, जसले पिम्पल आइरहन दिँदैन।
अनि फुच्चु यो क्लिनिकली प्रुभन हो। यसमा छ निम र बेसारको एन्टिब्याक्टेरियल गुण। यसले पिम्पल हटाउँछ र स्किनलाई बनाउँछ हेल्दी।
दिदी
मान्यो त दिल्लै
साइन्सलाई
पिम्पलको लागि साबुन हैन, साइन्सलाई मान्नु। हिमालय प्युरिफाइङ निम फेस वास।
And you can see black clouds being emerging here via the UKM Oval. But then we still have cricket action going on here, which look to be a belter of a game at the moment, not knowing which way is going. And there's a slip being placed as well. Oh, that defense was really good as it gets.
In fact, I'm surprised to see skipper Rubina Shetty didn't have a slip for Ishwari Bist, who's a left-arm pacer. And in the previous match where we have seen, Ishwari Bist was trying to bowl to the right-hand batter with a left-arm pace onto the off-stump area where she was inviting batter to go for a front-foot drive. And edge could go for a catch. I'm just wondering why that field is not set and why that ball is not being bowled in this match that she was doing in the previous match.
Oh, this is really good running, I have to say. Good intention for Winifred. She called it earlier to run and she was halfway through the wicket, but then message wasn't received by the skipper where she was quick enough to react and she made a ground earlier as well. You could see these moments would be the key to win the game. Well, this is a really good example of running between the wickets. Steaming hard and slash. Well, I think a little sneak there could have cost dearly for Malaysia. And at the moment, the partnership is very slow and steady, really calmly playing.
These two batters in the center, especially Winifred and Malasiya, they have also contributed some runs in this tournament. Winifred scored 20 runs in 36 balls in the previous match, which was third T20 international. And Malasiya also played very important role of scoring 28 runs in 34 balls in the second match, where Malaysia scored handsome score on the board.
Well, that's one way to get runs. Well, I'm surprised to see that they have a slip in place, but the point is placed deep. So it looks like balls are coming right at the good length area or back of a length, which what Kavita has been bowling so far. And her lines has been very, very simple. She doesn't complicate in her lines. Just right on the fourth stump because there's a slip in place. So any drives been played or misclick anything, it might end up in the hands of slips.
Probably I have an answer for your question. Why point was placed a bit away? Maybe because skipper Rupina Shetty is expecting Kavita to bowl with bit of bounce. Probably they understood that that bounce could not make batter to go for a bit of squarish to the point. And probably if there's a possibility of going for a catch, it could be an outside edge catch to the slip rather than going onto the center of the bat, going to the point. That could be maybe the idea which Rubina Shetty has in her mind.
She tried to stop that with one hand, but it wasn't good enough at all. While cheekily played by the skipper, and that's more of it. And intentions and attitude continue to be shown by the Malaysian batters, who have been doing all right so far. And Kavita was.
साथीभाइसित खाजा सेयर गरेको माया बढ्छ भने पैसा तिर्ने बेलामा त सबैले हाल्न परिगयो नि। तर पैसा तिर्न नोटको झन्झट किन गर्ने जब ई सेवा गर्न मिलिहाल्छ। ई सेवा एपमा लगइन गरी सेन्ड मनीमा क्लिक गर्नुहोस्। रिसिभरको ई सेवा आइडी, अमाउन्ट, पर्पस र रिमार्क्स राखेर सजिलै पैसा पठाउनुहोस्। त्यसैले नगदको झन्झट नगरौँ, बरु ई सेवा गरौँ।
Will happen for sure. And he Kapita Kunwar with a bit of bounce as well. That's the strategy.
Oh, that is a complete fumble that almost nutmegged. And you could see that all the Nepal fielders are under the knees and shell shocked with the effort there. And more cheers continue. Look at that. A shot.